Hello and welcome to this new video. Today we are rating tails from Genshin Impact. I've made this tier list here in Tier Maker and here are some tails listed, and unfortunately I can't remove the add down here. I can click on the X but it stays here. So yeah, the tiers are: yes my master, how can I serve you? It's okay, there are better ones. Nature finds its way. That's a hard one. And don't touch my tail, it takes centuries to get it looking this good.
Don't touch the tail. It takes an eternity to get it looking this good.
This is an Easter egg reference and only people who know this game know this reference. Okay, first up let's start with Tainari. I think his tail is super fluffy, but are there better ones? I'm actually not sure. I think I like his tail a lot. I could go to Nature Finds Its Way, but I think his tail is top tier. Next up we have Diona. I think her tail is super pretty, but is it as fluffy as Tainari's? I don't think so. So I would put it here to the second tier because it looks pretty and it's probably also pretty fluffy, but not as fluffy as the one above. Goro. I don't like Goro that much, but I think his tail is probably super fluffy because dogs have a fluffy tail. And I would put him also to the first tier because who doesn't want to cuddle Goro? Okay, next up we have Sayu. I think her tail might be one of the worst. To be honest, it doesn't look super cozy and fluffy, so it's not those. I think I would put it to the least tier because I don't think it's hard. Maybe it's like, yeah, maybe it is hard. Leather, maybe like leather? I don't know. But it doesn't look cozy or comfy or cuddly. Next up we have Yae, the one tail version when she does her E. I think I would touch it, but I'm also scared of Yae, but it's not about that. So we are rating her tail and not her personality. So it's not in my dreams, and I would put her on the top tier. Okay, next up we have the Ruin Drake's tail, and yeah, this is obvious a hard one because it's made of steel or metal or iron, whatever. Then we have the one from the Baptismal Bishops, from the ones from Enkanovia, and I think they could be interesting to touch, and I wouldn't put them on the top tier, and also not Nature Finds Its Way. It's not really nature. I think I would put them here because they are probably super slippery and soft to touch. I think they could feel interesting. Next up we have the ones, I can't see it. I think it's from one of the bishops from Liwe. Maybe Eishtahar, I'm not sure. Maybe it's Eishtahar's tail, but I think it looks super uncomfortable and rocky and spiky, so no. I think this tail here is from the primordial bishop thing that can have several elements, and yeah, it doesn't look as bad as the one from Eishtahar, but I still think it's nothing I would like to touch. Okay, next up we have the tail from the normal bishops, and I think I would actually put them on. That's a hard one because all of those spikes are looking super uncomfortable, and it's even hard to touch because it's always on the move, so yeah. Oh no, those are the Enkanomiya bishops. Those are the normal bishops that we can encounter. But where? Wait, we have the two elemental bishops and we have the normal bishop. Ah yeah, they're also on Enkanomiya, never mind. So we have the icy one. I don't want to touch it because it's cold and it's hard and sharp and spiky, so I would put it on, that's a hard one. And the electro one, might even be worse than the icy one. I don't want to get electroshocks. I don't know if the tail would give me electroshocks, but yeah, I don't want to test it either. I could zoom out a bit. Okay, next up we have the one from the Hydrofungus, the adult one. And yeah, usually I would say nature finds its way because it's a fungus, but I think it could be interesting to touch it, so I would put it probably on it's okay, there are better ones. And yeah, and it looks the one that looks the softest from those two here look too fungi, and this one looks like the hydro one, but kind of, I don't know. So this one is definitely the one from the dendrofungus, is definitely nature finds its way because it's just a fungus. If I want to touch fungi, I can go into the forest and just touch them. Same goes with this one. Yeah, those are both the same. This one is the geo one that sits on the ground. It looks like this one, but do I have to touch both? If I touch the one from the hydro one, I think I know how they feel and I don't need to touch both of them. Okay, next up we have the Jade Plume boss chicken one. I think I would actually... but first tier or second tier? I think this one could be super interesting to feel. So does it feel like feathers from the ostrich or does it feel like leaves? So I think I would actually test it, but it's not like I'm simping for them, so I would actually put it on the second tier, I think. Next up we have the concentrated beast. First up is the crocodile, and nope, thank you, I would be afraid of them. Same goes with the tiger of them. I don't know if it's a was it a tiger? Who cares? Wildcat. But which one? No, I think I would actually put all of them here to this tier because I would be too scared to touch them. This here should be the Valen, and I think I would touch it. He can be calm and nice, as we've seen with Venti several times, and when he brought us to the archipelago. So I think if you're careful and calm, it could be interesting to touch it. Sure, it's also not simping again, so I don't know if the first tier fits perfectly, but I think it could be interesting to touch the tail. Next up we have Andrius, and I think this one is also like the other one, cold and hard and spiky and uncomfortable to touch. So yeah, Andrius itself looks super cool and fluffy, but I think his tail is not as fluffy as the rest of his body. Oh, this one here is Ashtar. What is... Oh, maybe... Oh, those are from the bigger Vishaps, like the small Vishaps. And this one here is the primordial Vishaps, the resin boss. And this one here is Ashtar. And this one goes to... Actually, it has leaves on it, but it's also probably super hard. So I would put it on Nature Finds Its Way because of the nature habits it has. But it's also, it's here in the middle of both of them. But I think rather here. Even though he hates humanity, so I would be a bit scared. I touch it when he sleeps. Next up we have Yai again, but this time the 3 tails version. I know it's cheating to have her 2 times here, but I think her 3 tails feel different than her 1 tail. And I would also touch them.
In your dreams.
Definitely, I'm a Yai simp. Next up we have Kirara, and Kirara is cute. And I think the tails are also super fluffy. But is it like Diona's? Both are cat-like. But I think Kirara's might be even cozier and more interesting. And she has 2. So up there. Next up we have Zhongli's Stone Pillar. That's a hard one, literally. I had to include it, sorry. Okay, Lynette. Lynette is a super cute character, I like her a lot, but is her tail fluffy and would she allow it to touch it? Okay, we don't ask the question if they allow it. They all allow it. Let's get it this way. But then why did I put those here? Egal, doesn't matter. I would put her also on the top tier because I think it looks super, super fluffy. Next up we have Dodoko. Where are you? You are right here. And you have a super fluffy body and tail, and I would cuddle you all the time. I can understand Klee. I would also like to cuddle you. I wonder if Dodoko really is a living being that is, and this cuddly toy is just representing it. Would be super interesting. Next up we have Shilonen, and Shilonen also has a super interesting tail and looks even fluffier than Kirara's and Lynette's tails, so I would definitely put her up here. And yeah, the character itself is also cool. And last but not least, we have, what's her name again? I forgot. Kachina! I remember, it's Kachina. So since Kachina is a loli, usually I would put her up down here, but her tail looks super fluffy. So I think I would put her in the second tier. FBI, open up! Just because her tail looks super fluffy, and yeah. But that's my tier list of the tails from Genshin Impact. Yeah, thank you for watching and we see each other in the next video. Bye!